What up, everybody? It's me, Blake316, aka the greatest Call of Duty player in the world. And I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. My thoughts and opinions are very valid because being that I'm the best, of course you want my thoughts and opinions on this game. But with that being said, as you can see, I'm a very experienced Call of Duty player. These are all the Call of Duty games I have. I've been playing for many years. If you don't see the game of a previous Call of Duty installment, it's because I didn't like it or I didn't want it. These are the games that I liked. Now, I'm going to try to... Well, what I'm basically going to do is tell you guys how Call of Duty Advanced Warfare ranks compared to these games, and I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on the game itself. I have the games in order from least to best that I think are the better games. Such as, I thought Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, I think at this time I was kind of burnt out in Call of Duty games. I wasn't that much into it. Call of Duty Ghost, I really hated the dog mechanic where you send a dog to fight fucking for you and you do absolutely nothing. They made a huge big deal about the dog and I thought it sucked. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, I mean, it was a good game, but it wasn't great. Obviously, Modern Warfare 2 was when the hype of Call of Duty was at its peak. You know, I remember all the trailers, it was non-stop, people were going crazy for this game. And this was the game where they actually made tons of improvements and new additions, such as care packages, last stands, and perks and all this other crazy stuff. This was the huge game where they really stepped it up and they made the game what it is today. After that, I really enjoyed Call of Duty Black Ops. I love the feel, and obviously the best game, in my opinion, was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Now, where does this game, Call of Duty Advanced Wars, rank in between these games? This is kind of tough for me. I kind of want to put it right before Call of Duty 4, but I feel like I should put it between Call of Duty Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2. It's a good game, and now let me explain. A lot of people are hating on this game, and you know, and maybe it deserves to be hated on a little. It's like, hey, this game sucks, it's fucking trash. You know, Call of Duty is the same thing every year. But this time, they really tried to make a new experience for the gamer. I'm going to start off with the campaign. The campaign has like cutscenes, and I'm not really sure if it's CGI or it's really fucking amazing in-game graphics. The cutscenes look really, really good. Like, it almost, like, I don't know if it's like real life with CGI, or I don't know. It looks really good, some of the cutscenes, and it really impressed me. But overall, the campaign gameplay is your typical Call of Duty stuff. I mean, they did some additional cool stuff where you can kind of hide behind cars, and sometimes the car door will have its door open. You can like rip off the car door and use it as a shield. Little additions like that were really cool. But, I mean, it's your typical Call of Duty gameplay. One of the big additions they did in this Call of Duty game is the hovering. A lot of people are like, oh my god, Call of Duty has jetpacks, it's copying off Titanfall, it's copying off Halo Reach. Now let me explain. The jetpacking is nothing like Halo Reach, and it's definitely nothing like Titanfall. Let me explain. Halo Reach, it was kind of like a burst where you can go different levels of jetpacking, where you go up and you go down. And where Titanfall, you can fly and then you can fucking parkour off walls. You can't do none of that in this game. This game, it gives you a boost, but it's not like, once you press it, you just go up. You're not able to like float with the jetpacking. And honestly, at the end of the day, they really just use it to help you reach like higher parts of the ground without having to climb stuff. I mean, they really fooled people with this. The boosting, the jetpacking Call of Duty Advanced Wars is nothing special. It's nothing like those other games. I understand that they did make it like the other games. People really would have said they were copying. But at the same time, like, they added it, but it's not like a huge gameplay difference in my opinion. Overall, the online multiplayer, it feels faster than your typical Call of Duty. And that's a good thing. It's not super fast like, you know, Halo 4 or Titanfall, Halo Reach when they added the run, but it feels faster than your typical Call of Duty. It's not too fast. I like the additional speed that they added to the gameplay. I like it a lot. Another lot of additions they did was, it's definitely obviously a future advanced feel. Like, one thing I don't like is the grenade throws. You no longer are physically throwing a grenade. You're kind of shooting it out of like a little cannon thing that's hooked to your wrist. And the grenades, they bounce. They bounce like in Halo 3 do. It doesn't feel right in a Call of Duty game, in my opinion. I don't really like that much. Another addition they did was they did add the camouflage where you can go invisible. I have yet to be killed by somebody with that. You can see somebody running around. who is invisible. Like it's not like you can't fucking see them. It's not. It throws you off because it's in a Call of Duty game, but at the same time, it's not something I'm complaining about. The guns, they're your typical Call of Duty guns. They feel just like your regular Call of Duty games. Visually, the graphics, like I said, the what the fuck did I just say Call of Duty for? The little clips in between the campaign, they look really good, but overall gameplay, it looks like your typical Call of Duty. Like it boggles my mind that not only does this game not have, you know, destructible environments yet, but they still have that intel thing where you search for pieces of intel, and that's still part of the campaign. Like who cares about collecting these computers to catch all 45 of them in a story mode? It does nothing for you. But I don't think we're ever gonna have destructible environments in Call of Duty until they stop doing cross-gen. That's just, you know, that's just the truth. Just cross-gen, those older consoles can't really handle it. But I really like the game for the additions that it has. It's faster, you know, those additional gameplay elements such as the boosting and the camouflage, it does give it a kind of a new feel, even though it's still the same Call of Duty. The perks, they do a lot of additions, like your guy gets like inventory now where you can put on a helmet, you can change his gear, give him kind of a look. They definitely really listened to the consumer and thought, and it was like, hey, we don't want people having the thought that this is the same Call of Duty every year, but at the same time they wanted to make it feel like Call of Duty, but they wanted to add a lot of additions that give the game slightly a different feel, if that makes any sense. I really like the game. The game does not suck. If you like Call of Duty, you're really gonna like this game because the changes don't change it that much, and I really like the additions. If you don't like Call of Duty, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna recommend the game that you say you hate. But a lot of people just love to hate things. I guess it's a cool thing to do these days. But it's me, Blake 316, giving my thoughts and opinions on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I'm happy with my purchase. I'm glad I got it, you know, early like I did, so I get to really enjoy it. It's me, Blake 316. Make sure to subscribe for future videos. Make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, as well as Twitch.tv, so I'll be streaming, all at Blake 316. Until next time.